Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about resetting yourself, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Right, C? How you doing? You taking care of the neighborhood? You talk to the guy about the thing? Beautiful. All right, so before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course, tell some friends. Make sure you give me that Earth Defines It Really thumbs up like so I say, hey, and of course, follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, in this video, we're talking about resetting yourself, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective. We'll help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis. Help you naturally raise your testosterone and your HGH. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about resetting yourself. And yes, man, that was a beautiful introduction, talking with my kid. He just got in from taking care of the neighborhood. I miss him, man. I feel good to be back. And you know, that's one of my favorite mantras to say, even, you know, no matter what, even if you just came back from a vacation like myself, or, you know, or just even going to the store, even getting back to work, just go ahead and just say, it feels good to be back. And when we're talking about a great mantra to start it off, you know what it all comes with, the gratitude attitude. And every single day, before my breath hit, before I take a breath that I can recollect, before my feet hit the ground, you know the sound. Go ahead and take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude, and you got to be thankful for every single moment of the day, and understand that if you got a breath in your lungs, you got a shot. A shot at what? Shot at life. And that's a beautiful thing that can really just help, you know, put you into the mode of appreciating. And every day you essentially are being born again, whether you believe it or not. And it's just more or less, you got that shot and you only got the now to deal with. So always feel beautiful in the now. And when we're talking about me feeling beautiful coming back from my trip, I got me a nice beautiful glow, a nice beautiful flow. And I feel, really, you know, I definitely have that gratitude of going, you know, being able to do what I do, and having to, you know, be the opportunities to travel, and being able to, you know, still hold my accountability. And you could count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson. You know how we do here in the BCC. The smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And whenever you're smiling, you're getting back to the source. We always are. Like I say, we're all tethered to happiness anyways. No matter how far you go into the sea of life, there's going to be that moment where that happy just slaps you back and snaps you into that, you know, that moment of clarity, or, you know, that just that understanding of what we really are. Because everything else is just, you know, the journey of just what is, just finding a reason to be happy. Like I say, there's a sad man on a yacht and a happy man in a box. So everything's really perspective anyways. And when we're talking about the whole reset till you grow, understand that putting action into practice is definitely something that's going to help you with the manifestation. You know me, I can teach you the hands-on techniques such as the jelking, the edging, the super kegels, the super edging, the masturbation for manifestation, the you know, special workouts with cock rings. I'm here to help give you these tips that are continuously flowing to me, and I continuously, you know, ongoing with, you know, just progressing and getting beautiful, tremendous results. And I'm here to pass the message to help you manifest the best. But like I say, you have the opportunity to reset yourself every day anyways. And when you get yourself you know, a program put together, whatever you might call it, just like, you know, doing something for your grow every day is the way to go. So you can write that down. I do something for my grow every day. And as long as you got it on your mind and the intentions to put something, you know, into practice. That's right, C. My guy C's even here to confirm it. You know, he missed me a lot. I'm telling you, you tell him, all right? It's beautiful. C's a good guy. Anyways, like I said, man, I'm grateful to be back to see my animals, and that's something that we can go with this beautiful reset. I mean, speaking of which, we got the clocks going forward on Sunday, right? See? All right, yeah, they're going back on Sunday. Or actually, they're springing ahead over here in, the East Coast and the United States and whatnot. Everything's going forward, and that's essentially what you're doing by resetting yourself. You got to keep moving forward. That's how it's done. So if you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But it's not about pointing fingers at him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. And I tell you what, in this beautiful reset, we got to give me a quick swig. I just got done doing me some Groga, so I got to say salute to that. Salute to my cat. How you doing? Doing beautiful. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And, like I said, man, when we're talking about, dancing around the situation that we're getting at, like, what it all comes down to is you can reset yourself today. And, like my whole week, I wasn't able to be in my original routine. And that's really what the reset is about, getting out of your routine and still having the intention of the grow in your flow. And that's what's going to help you grow. Because it's not about, doing the same thing every day. Of course, when you're brand new today, essentially it's brand new anyways. But when you're in a situation where you're taken away from your domain of like, you have no choice, like this is what you got to do, it puts you into that, like, we got to make the best, we got to make this work no matter what. And that really puts you into the perspective of, you got to tap into the energies of, there wasn't always a gym around anyways. And you don't necessarily need a gym to manifest the results, because there's collective beliefs and things you can tap into to definitely help you get a pump. And, when I was out there at the beach, they actually have outdoor, like bar type of, workouts, a lot of pull-ups, a lot of like dips and that, that type of nature. And honestly, you're getting the most out of, using your body weight, because you're using your mind and muscle connection. And that essentially is what's going to be putting on the size anyways. And before I, get into my routine, you know what I'm saying? You already know where I'm going with this, because I love to be growing, showing you the energy. But what we're talking about is your mind is the, the wielder of muscle. And Paramahansa Yogananda is the one that says this. I preach this a lot because guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger and, I was watching actually Jeff Cavalier on a London Reel interview, and he's talking about, how the mind in meditating on the muscle is what Arnold Schwarzenegger would do. And this is because, like, when they were coming out, like, these were like some of the pioneers of modern day bodybuilding, with the, they call it the bro split, and the, breaking up your muscle groups. And, Jeff's talking about how most people like to do full body and whatever it may be. Like I say, all truths are true. You just got to find the ones that make you. And, that's the beauty of this whole, today anyways. The fact that you can change it up. You can pop a clutch and drop a gear and right into the grow. And that's just definitely what's going to help you flow. And like I said, we're talking about how you're able to, get out of that whole, traditional way and use other types of techniques to help you achieve. That is a beautiful thing that's going to help you every single day. And, it gives you a reason to, like, if you can't make it to the gym, you can do something at your house. And if you're at the gym, you can change it up a little bit. And then, of course, being in a day-to-day grind where you're, essentially doing the same thing, that's a beautiful thing to be into too, because you can tap into the consistency factor. And what this all comes down to is something that I always preach, and that is to be on the good side of everything, because there is something good that you're doing no matter what. Always go to the good. Understand that you're helping your growth, and it's your own mind that's telling you what you are and what you want. And like that's the whole mentality of resetting yourself, restarting yourself. Because if you have this mindset that you have to be in the gym on Monday doing legs, and you have to be doing chest on Tuesday, or whatever you might be doing Monday or Tuesday, not just being a gym rat bro or whatever you might call it, being an average Joe that just wants to make that huge piece of meat, swing at the knees and drop to the pecs, making you your best. You know what we're going with. We're talking about, not getting in your own way and tripping yourself up over things that may or may not be. And that's why you got to be on the right side of who you are and your inner being and your whole source and your energy of just, loving yourself today, and understand that there's no wrong way to this. There's no wrong way to grow, and there's going to be continuous amounts of flows that can help you out every single day. So don't get twisted up. I mean, there's, like I say, man, you find the ones that work, you stick to it, but there's always something that you can do that's going to help you achieve, and just know that you're growing anyways. And when we're talking about knowing that we're growing, I got to get my blood flowing, so I'm going to go ahead and preach the mind and muscle connection. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I just like to prove to you that at any given time, you can grab energy no matter what. Even if you're in the beaches of Florida, if you're naked in the chair, sitting there in Detroit Rock City, you know how we go. You can grow at any single time of day, anytime, any type of way that it's is always with you anyways. We are created from excitement. We are created from energy. The people that brought you here were excited to do it. So be excited about being alive. Be excited about having a shot today. And be excited that you got a shot to grow and just flex and fill out and be your best and manifest the best, and understand the rest is all on you. You are the one that is your own limiting factor in this whole belief. And you know me, I'm always here to help motivate you and understand that there's some positive affirmations for your manifestation to let you know that it's already here. And like I say, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And when we're going with this flow, we're talking about getting a nice, beautiful pump in. No matter what you're doing, if you're holding a plank, if you're doing a bench press, whatever you're doing, just understand you could be saying some positive mantras throughout the day. One of my favorite ones is, I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. That is a beautiful one to say, and I'll preach it every time. And that's one of my favorite runs. And like I say, if you want to just do one for your body, you know what I'm saying. You got to just, give appreciation to the muscles that you have, how massive and beautiful they are. So you say, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. Of course, for your metabolism, I'm so happy and grateful that I got a high metabolism. My body is burning fat and building lean muscle mass abundantly. I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want, gaining only lean muscle mass. And of course, for the penis, I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, harder, wider, thicker, longer, and stronger abundantly. And then of course, whenever you gotta get yes, rep out, you go ahead and you scream and you shout, or at least feel it in your head, and understand that you're alive today. And go ahead and feel this every time. Feel yourself expand and grow. Visualize the size and say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. 2020 getting lit, taking trips, getting huge. It's a beautiful thing. Whew, feel good to be back, man. Back and, back and bigger and better than ever, man. Darker than ever, too. I could say blacker than ever, but you know how that goes. I think that was a Chris Rock special. Beautiful, I love my comedy. You know me. But you know me, drop the bun, have some fun. Like Moondog says, man, is the world conspiring for my happiness? Maybe. But I like to have fun. And fun is the gun. And that is something that I will say, salute. You know me. Oh yeah. Antifreeze. Had to get you a Suburban Commando line real quick in this beautiful rhyme. You know what I mean? Every single time it feels good to be back. Holding my accountability, holding a beer in my hand, understanding that my wolf and my bear, just seeing them over there talking to my cat. There's things that you got to always give appreciation to every single day. And these are the things that are going to help you with your growth, help you with your flow, and help you understand that you belong and you're here to be alive. And like I say every single time, you start with loving yourself, man. You really get in and understand that you have purpose here. You're a beautiful being as is. Never forget that. And you know me, I might go ahead and have to say something that might be considered dirty or whatever, but my message is real, and this is something that I love to just say every single time or every once in a while, especially when you're around a lot of egos that are bumping and clashing with the norms of society. You know what I'm saying? So what it all comes down to is this: for everybody out there, for everybody, somebody's dick's getting hard and somebody's pussy's getting wet. So never let your insecurities ruin anybody's happiness. And that is the truth to it, man. There's a lot of stuff that can make you hard. There's a lot of stuff that can turn you on or make you wet. There's just so many people out there that are, you know, connecting and hooking up in sexual types of ways, because we're brought here from sex and, you know, excitement and all that kind of stuff anyways. And that's something that you really got to appreciate and, you know, understand that the norms of society aren't necessarily, you know, for you. And I'm, you know, I might be somebody that can look at the silver lining of things, or, as they might say, but I feel that I go off of feeling more than, you know, the perceived reality that is, you know, in a collective belief. You know, like I'm watching Larry David the other day, you know, Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know me, I love to smile, I love to laugh, and he is one of the greats, you know, him and Jerry Seinfeld, at picking out the norms of society, as you know, they like to deal with that kind of thing. And I tend to believe that that's not how it is in every situation, but you know, people can gravitate towards that because it's just like an ongoing flow. And one thing that was going on is Larry David, you know, he goes to the restaurant and he notices that there's better looking people by the window, and they put more of the less good looking people in the back. And he was having this thing with the hostess or waiter or whatever, and he's like, I want to sit by the window, and they said, no, the window's closed, you can't go by it. And every time that he would go in, they would have to put him in the back. Great episode, by the way, but that is just something to let you know that people have a perceived outlook on what beauty really is. And like I say, beauty is more of a feeling, it's more of a connection, and it doesn't matter what anybody looks like. I mean, people get turned on by a lot of things. It's something that I do know. And if there's 7 billion people or 9 billion, whatever it might be, don't be upset that one room doesn't get it. You know what I mean? You create your own reality anyway. So, like, you know, start with loving yourself. The more that you love you, the more love comes to you, because you don't want to go out there and be a bitter person and, you know, and think negatively on yourself, because that will manifest into the reality. And not to say that you can't, you know, like I said, you know, get into another situation where you're going to feel great. You know what I mean? You might be in a situation like, you know, like that or whatever, but understand it's like a cloud. It keeps on moving, and not everybody feels that way in that situation anyways. You might just be perceiving it like that. And as long as you let you know that there's more to this than that, and you start loving yourself regardless, that is really where the win comes out. And you know me, man, I'm always about starting within here. But no matter what, if you're going out there, if you hear somebody on the other line of the phone, if you see somebody, if somebody comes across your mind, and, you know, even if you don't do it in the moment because of whatever reason, you know, just thinking back about the situation, be like, you know what? Just intend on that person, that soul, to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day, and you just hacked the matrix. You just made the world a better place because you're spreading love, man. And that's really what it all comes down to: loving yourself, loving everybody else. The yin and the yang is what's gonna help you out and help you hang. You know what we're going with. And the more you do things, the more you grow. And, you know, like I said, I was actually on a naked beach, and that was a beautiful situation too. And I intend on all you to get comfortable and more confident with how beautiful that you are. And the more that you go out there, and the more that you hang out on a naked beach, the more that you get out of your comfort zone, that's where growth can occur. And you're gonna find yourself, you know, hanging heavier, you know, the more that you go out there. And that's, you know, that's the truth. That's the feel is real. You're gonna find, evidence and, you know, just connections and synchronicities of you're doing something right. And that's a beautiful thing every single time. So when we're going with this flow, and I'm happy to be back, and, you know, like I say, man, We're gonna have plenty of beautiful experiences along the way. I'm here for you. You guys want to drop me a line, email me. We can put something together. You know me, I'm a coach. Put something together. I got, Skype programs, and there's so many other ways I can help you. And, like I said, make sure you're getting on my social media, man. See where I'm at. Check out my kids. See, always getting back and taking care of the neighborhood. My wolf and my bear always, I love to put them on there. And I intend on, being able to, show you guys, a little bit more into my, day-to-day grind. Doing my Wu Wei flow as usual, the path, the Tao path, the Tao practice, path of least resistance. Not doing things in a particular order, just doing them as they come, as they roll, as they flow. And that's a beautiful way to grow. And like I said, man, I love you guys. I intend on you guys to feel some love today, be some love today. I intend on all of us to grow into the giants that we are. Let's be huge. Let's grow massive, man. Let's not worry about, the little gremlins at your feet. Have that huge piece of meat swinging at the knees. Drive it to the pecs. Give it a kiss. How you doing? Of course, not stopping on your best friend's house, but you know what we're going with. Just spreading that love, because we're huge. We're up here. We ain't worried about down there. We're keeping it clear, having that beauty up here. I love you guys. I'll be seeing you around. Peace.